Let's talk about adding and subtracting decimals to solve problems. How can subtraction be represented using pictorial models? Our pictorial models below are shown. We have 58 hundredths minus 35 hundredths. Showing this, we can then here we have 50 and 30. So if we take away 3 of the 50 and 5 of the 8, it then gives us our difference, which is 23. So our answer is 23 hundredths. When adding and subtracting money, what is the purpose of the decimal point in the numbers? So here's our example of money, which is 35.31. I know that it is 35.31 because I have $35 and 31 cents. So the decimal point separates the cents from the dollars. So in other words, the cents is the part of the whole, which is $1. When using standard algorithm, do you start adding with the hundredths, tenths, or ones place? On the screen, we have a place value chart of ones, tenths, and hundredths. Now before I answer this question, let's say we have 28 and 12, and we're adding them together. Which one would you add first, the ones or the tens? That's right. We would start adding with the ones place because we're taught that the place value to the farthest right is the one you start off adding with. The same goes for when you have decimals. You add with the hundredths place. Let's say I have 1 and 22 hundredths and 3 and 48 hundredths, and I wanted to add them. I would start adding with the hundredths place. 8 plus 2 is 10. 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. And 3 plus 1 is 4. So we would have 4 and 70 hundredths. How can the sum of 38 hundredths and 4 tenths be represented using pictorial models? The first pictorial model of the decimal square is shaded to equal 4 tenths. The second pictorial model is shaded to equal 38 hundredths. We're adding them together. So we're going to shade in our answer decimal square, 4 tenths, in our first color, and then 38 hundredths in our second color. And together, that gives us 78 hundredths. Using place value, what are the steps to subtract two decimals? The first step is to line up the decimal points so that when you begin subtracting, you subtract correctly. The second step is to subtract starting in the farthest right place value position. The farthest place value position to the right is our hundredths place. So we're going to subtract in that place value position, which leaves us with 2 hundredths. The next step is to move to the left one place value position and subtract. One place value position to the left is the tenths place. When we subtract the position in the tenths place, we get 2 tenths. Place our decimal point. The next step is to move to the left one place value position and subtract again. Our next place value position and last is the ones place. And 3 and 1 make 2. So our answer is 2 and 22 hundredths.